Hello everybody, and welcome back to Rule the Waves 2 as Japan. It's been a few days since I last recorded. I should have already posted an update video, kind of giving you guys an update on things, but if I didn't, just like as a heads up, I'm not feeling too great. I'm having some problems with my throat and my voice, and some just generally feeling sick. Probably just a case of the man flu, but either way, it's been a while, and yeah. This might be done, this week's videos might be done in like a couple of different batches. But either way, let's get back into the game. Now, if I remember correctly, yes, we are technically at the point where we would be at war with Russia, but I'm not sure if we're there yet or not. This has happened before. Either way, I went ahead and I brought all of our ships out of reserve so that they're ready to go. To fight off the Russians, who do have quite a large force stationed in Northeast Asia, but I'm hoping a surprise attack will deal them a massive blow. We can hit Battleship Row, as it were, before they're able to adequately fight us off. But we'll see if that happens. Either way, we're going to go ahead and I want to double check. Did we go ahead and build up some new bases? Coastal fortifications. Okay, we need to make a air base in Korea, North Korea. So we need to build fortification. We need to go ahead and build an air base. Oh, where's the closest one? We need it on the correct side of North Korea. Okay, right there. So let's go ahead. Build fortification, airbase, there. It'll be 4 months, but we'll have a new airbase ready to go. And that'll be really helpful because we do have now, if I double checked our aircraft types, yeah, our torpedo bombers are a couple of months out from being deployed. So that'll be good. But yeah, not much else we can really do. We're just going to have to go to the next turn and see what happens. If we're at war, if we're not at war. We do have Great Britain on our side, which will be nice, which will hopefully keep the majority of the Russian fleet kind of held in Northern Europe. But we'll have to see what Great Britain does if they deploy some of their forces from the Med into Northern Europe to keep the Russians contained. But alright, let's go to the next turn. British government offer sell us the rights to fire control gyro stabilizer. We cannot buy that, so we'll just keep going. Aircraft carrier conversions enables CV conversions. Okay, maybe we can actually convert now from our last heavy cruiser, the big one, into a full-sized carrier. We'll have to see about that. Pro-Italian coup has taken place in Greece. Okay, good for the Italians. Okay, we're not at war. So, ships in service. Put you into the reserve. Yes. Then, actually, no, you were in... Were these guys in reserve or mothball? I think they were mothballed. And helped a bit. Put you into the reserve fleet, as well as you, and you. Okay. I think that's about all we can really do there. Can also go ahead and halt construction of you, get some money back. Subs are being built. That's good. Really need those battleships to help in Northeast Asia. But we are right at the cusp of war with Russia. Coastal fortifications are being built. Okay. Yeah, can we build another airbase? Because, got one there. Can we build one down in, what is this, Sasebo? Build one in Sasebo to cover this area. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Build fort or base. Japan. Air base. Sasebo. Build that one up so we'll have 2 going. So we'll really increase our capacity in this area, because apparently the Russians have 100 aircraft in the area. Which isn't great. Is not great for us. But they have quite a few areas to build air bases, so that's something we're going to have to look into. But yeah, okay. Don't think there's much else we can do. Just going to have to keep building up. Let's go to the next turn. New Russian battleship, or dreadnought, is a 32,200 ton, 25 knot monster, 1918 era build, 10-inch belt, 12 13-inch guns, which is actually less well armed than our battle cruiser, because we've got 9 14-inch guns, which are better. So they've got more guns, but we've got heavier guns. They have slightly more 6-inchers. Okay, don't have a good AA. So that's something we can look into. If we can get the torpedo bombers, that might be the... oh, improved light AA effectiveness. That's good. But if we can get some torpedo bombers out and deployed before we go to war with Russia, then we're gonna see some good results, I'm hoping. One thing I did want to check, because we do have our heavy cruiser here, so the Takawa. So if we open design for rebuild... Let's see if we can make this into a aircraft carrier. So clear torpedo mounts, replace machinery to get us extra weight. Then we're going to get rid of the wing turret on both sides. We'll maintain the forward gun. Or do we want to keep... Yeah, we'll maintain the turrets. And then we're going to put a flight deck on here. Yeah, I know. It's flight deck with air capacity. Let's pop you up to 12, and let's get rid of all turrets. Or no, let's see. Continue. That's all. Okay. CVL cannot be displaced more than 16,000 tons. Now, universally available. Do you want to still use coal? Fire control, not the best type. Cannot have centerline gun mounts. Too many secondary guns at the ship type. Rate of fire. Okay. Okay. So, first things first. Let's go ahead and get director firing. Let's clear the turrets here. Let's add, instead, so we're going to go with port wing, starboard wing, double turrets, or no, delete that turret, delete that turret. Let's go back. Open design for rebuild. We're getting rid of the forward turret and the aft turret. So we got G and J. Got that. Clear torpedo mounts. Replace machinery. Add a flight deck. Increase our air capacity to 20. And let's see. Okay. No more than 16,000 tons. Got that. It's overweight. So let's just clear turrets. That gets us a lot back. These 4 aircraft no more than 35. Yes. Okay. So I don't think we can actually get it to the point where it'll be considered a standard carrier unless we dropped its guns substantially to get it above the aircraft limit, which is 35. Yes. Okay. Design board does not operate such a large ship without at least 8 6-inch guns. Okay. So I don't think we'll be able to actually do it. We just don't have the weight savings. I mean, we might be able to if we went ahead and dropped the engine to 20 knots, slowing it down quite a bit. Could we use oil? That gets us a bit more. Fire control's not the best type. We don't need a better fire control, but we'll put it on there, I guess. Okay, we need 8 6-inch guns. Okay. Must have a speed of 24. Yep, it's not workable. Okay, so the Takwa class is bust when it comes to carrier conversions. But oh well. We at least have one carrier. We might go ahead and refit the other Awade class to being a carrier, a light carrier, which gives us, 15 fighters. I'd rather have it split down the middle, or well, kind of, we'll go heavy on fighters, but some bombers for a squadron and some fighters, and then we've got that going for us, but, whatever. Can't make anything else. We're waiting on the subs to finish, so next turn. Okay, finished construction of an airbase in Japan. That's good. Yes. 7 subs are commissioned. There's been internal upheaval in Borneo. If we send an expeditionary force to restore order, there is a chance that we can take it over as a colony. However, there may be increased international tensions. Yes, I would like Borneo. Situation Borneo spiraled out of control. A local warlord is taken over as president. You're criticized in the press for your... damn it. Okay, now we're at war with Russia. Our scientists have made unexpected advances in light forces and torpedo warfare. Quadruple torpedo mounts. Okay, enables quadruple torpedo mounts. That's good. Close to mastering transverse arrestor wires. I think that's going to help with carriers. Counterintelligence believe that Italy has stolen technology. Shouldn't get upset over a little spying. It's Italy. They used to be our friends. Okay, subs are finished. Close. War's broken out between Japan and Russia. Alright. So, mobilization. Mobilize all ships. Activate all air bases. Okay. Let's go ahead. Place all of these corvettes onto trade protection. And then our lightest destroyers, 600 tonners, also on trade protection. And 3 more here. Oh, foreign station, no, trade protection. Misclicked. Okay, so we got that going for us. Let's see here. Yeah, we are in a situation, hopefully, Great Britain can help us a bit. They've got a couple of light cruisers and various other things down in Southeast Asia. South Pacific, they've got some light cruisers and destroyers. Battle cruiser in Indian Ocean they can send to us if need be. Battle cruiser and a dreadnought in West Africa, and a battle cruiser in South Africa. If they could send some of that up to Northeast Asia, they could help us out immensely. Because the Russians do have us outnumbered in dreadnoughts by 2 to 1. We do have some battleships, but they're, they're not going to be that useful, but they could be good for, like, coastal defense. So we got you going. Yeah, you're being built. Northern Korea Air Base is being built up. I want you to be expanded to 40 aircraft. Peleliu base will stay the same. Japanese air base, can we expand you? No, okay, can't go to 60. Okay, and let's look at air groups. Yokosuka, got flying boat. I would like you to be change role to... how many months until our torpedo bombers are in? 2 more months. 2 more months for torpedo bombers. Okay. Do we have any other new aircraft designs we could get? No. Alright. What's our oldest design? Is a flying boat, which is the old variant, so we're going to obsolete that one. That gives us 1 of everything. All within 2 years old. Not that bad. Let's say our combat aircraft are actually fairly new, so that's good. Okay. Yeah, so just gonna have to maintain our fighting strength in Northeast Asia. Might even bring this AV up. We'll see. They outnumber us in aircraft in Northeast Asia right now. But hopefully, with our increase in base capacity in Northern Korea and Japan, we'll be able to overpower them in the air. Alright, let's go to the next turn. Okay, battleship engagement. This is a medium engagement. They estimate to have... Yeah, so they're going to have 2 battle cruisers, 4 dreadnoughts. We know that. They have 1 battleship. I think that's overestimating. I mean, they could have had them in reserve. We've got more... And we're going to decline that fight. Finish construction of an airbase in Northern Korea. Yes, copy that. We lost 1 sub, but we sank more merchants, so we won that month's trade warfare. Okay. So I'm just checking to see if anything new. Flying boat squadron has been re-equipped. Fighter squadron has been re-equipped. No, it doesn't look like it. And the Russians are laying down some corvettes. Okay, where's that battlecruiser they just had? Going into Northern Pacific? They gonna go hit somewhere else, maybe? Possibility. Wanting to see Great Britain sending some aid. That would be very useful right now. Because we are losing, technically. We could also set up some of our ships here. Some of our old light cruisers as raiders. Commissioner class, yeah. Have both of you also go in as raiders. So we'll have 3 light cruisers as raiders in Northeast Asia, which is good. That'll help interdict their imports. Southeast Asia, yeah, we'll keep you in Southeast Asia just as a forward warning for the corvettes we have in Southeast Asia, that single seaplane carrier, just in case the Russians send anything that way. Let's see here. The British downsized their ships in the area. I want to check and see where Russia sent some of their boats to. 3 battle cruisers in West Africa. Great Britain's got a couple of battleships and battle cruisers in southern Africa. So I think they are sending them over to Northeast Asia, which would be great if they get there before the Russians get there to bolster their forces. We're going to have to be very sneaky and opportunistic with this fighting. Let's also look at North Korea. Expand base there to 40. So that means we'll be getting 24. We'll be getting 40 total new aircraft in the region, which will put us on par with the Russians. We're still slightly behind. Not only that, if we check out our aircraft types, we're still outfitting. Well, no, actually, we've got the demand is just on point, and we have a decent amount of stock, so that's good. And one more month, we'll have our Aichi. What would that be? The Aichi Shiden torpedo bomber will be ready. We'll start outfitting our air bases with that. Hopefully, that'll start knocking out a couple of Russian boats. Can we go to unrestricted? We can go to unrestricted. Good. I want to start really squeezing any type of imports from the Russian East Asian holdings. All right, next turn. 10 submarines, not making. No. Stay in prize warfare, I guess. Okay, next turn. Fleet battle. So this is... I think we have to decline it. We have to wait for reinforcements. I don't want to go toe-to-toe with the Russian fleet. It says they've only got 3 dreadnoughts, but they've got to have more. Decline. Cruiser action we might be able to actually justify. It's a large cruiser action, so it will be our battle cruisers versus their battle cruisers. We've also got a couple of actual cruisers, a light carrier, and 2 heavy cruisers. Alright, we'll accept that one. Okay, this is a close-in fight. Unknown ship spotted. So yeah, there's our heavy cruisers there. Our 2, the Simpson-class battle cruisers, and a light carrier in its really shittily drawn glory right there. So let's go for a minute. Okay, they are engaging. Scout and screen. Okay, doing that. Trying to get some line of sight there. Squadron Max with the Simpson class. Gun line. Yeah, we do have some recon flights going up, so that's good. Although they have to go the opposite direction. Let's go ahead. Squadron Max, make a turn this way. Oh, okay. Turn that way. What do we got? 2 battle cruisers. An AV, so they've also got a seaplane carrier. Don't know its complement. A couple of destroyers. So what do they got here? 8 13-inch guns, 28 knot max speed, 28,300 tons. The Ramiki class, this one is 12-inch guns, 8 of them, 24 knots, 22,100 tons, 9.5-inch belt. What do you got? 9-inch belt. What is the Simpson class? Is it, Simpson class got 6-inch belt, so it's not as heavily armed, or armored. 21,700. Yeah, the Simpson class is an older battlecruiser class. The oddball is really what we need out here, or the newer class. So I'm thinking is we just make a turn off. We just don't engage with these guys. We just make a turn off and start heading back. Okay. Or we could go ahead and now. No. Turn back. Just a non-committal engagement. We need our newer battle cruisers. Okay, light cruiser division. Okay. Don't know why it's making those clicks there. Alright, they're still coming at us. Oh shit, that's got the battleships in there. They're AI controlled. Start going that way at max speed. You start committing here because we've got battleships. Yeah, they're under AI. So that's the oddball and the Iki. So the oddball's got 14 inches, 13-inch guns, 12 of them. Okay, so the oddball's pretty good. You've got 14 inches. So the Iki class. All right, and they're going right after the battle cruisers. They're committing to an engagement. And our fighters are giving them ample information. I want to know how fast you're going. Speed is 21 knots. So we will commit to 21 knots. Go in that direction. We're going to follow this force. Instead of scouting, why don't you go do a support? Okay. And we're just going to follow the big guns around here, protect them. Okay. Yeah, that seems good. All right. Yes. Doesn't look like anything's gonna happen. Russians saw the big battle wagons and decided to bow out. Yes, launch your float planes. I'm okay with that. Did they spot something? Nope, doesn't look like it. Turn around. It is night. If only we had torpedo bombers. Okay, scenario over. We got a victory. They did not destroy their target. Looks like they were over near here. They didn't destroy their target. They medium damaged one destroyer. We didn't do anything to them. But in all honesty, nothing bad, really. They damaged his ship, but they didn't do anything else they wanted, so that was a victory on our part. What we can see here is they did try and get over here. If we had stayed around here, we probably could have boxed them in and really hurt them. If we had the battle wagons that would have followed us, but they didn't. And that was the major problem. If we could have had them follow us, we could have tried to really destroy their battlecruiser force in Northeast Asia. But we did win that. So that, well, it was a victory, but it was a draw in terms of points, so that was something. Our new torpedo bomber is ready for operational service, so that's good. A large liner was sucked by a Russian submarine with heavy loss of life. Neutral nations are upset. Support for our cause is growing amongst the neutrals. Hey, there we go. We sank one sub, they sank one of ours. They sank a lot more merchants than we did, so they won that month. In a battle between our ally Great Britain and Russia, the British lost a destroyer. Okay. We got 170 VP for blockading the enemy. I don't think that's our blockade. That's got to be the Russian. Yeah, they're being blockaded at home. Let's see. The British are sending in a couple battlecruisers, so that is good. So that will tip the balance. Russians have spread a couple of their ships around, but it's not a lot. Russians have some battlecruisers coming in from Southeast Asia, but the British have Dreadnought in Indian Ocean, 2 battlecruisers in Southeast Asia, plus, I mean, that's about it, but that'll give us enough, I'm hoping. If we look here, we've got 11 months for the Ikoma class to be out. So if we check the Ikoma, I mean, it's 11.5-inch belt. Still, actually, that's better than the Russian ones that we fought. Plus better guns, and they're quicker. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna accelerate construction. I'll shave a month off, so we'll do that. But we're going to have to see how this goes, or we're going to have to continue this next episode because we're at the end of this one. So thank you for joining me for this episode. If you liked it, please leave a comment down below. Hit that like button. If you want to support the channel, hit the subscribe button down below, as well as take a look at the description down below, where I have links to my Discord and my Patreon page. I'll see all of you in the next episode. Bye!